It has been well over 8 months since we've last spoken about Dragon Ball Daima on the channel. It was announced way back at New York Comic Con in October of 2023. It was initially teased to be a new series called Dragon Ball Magic, but the Dragon Ball panel at New York Comic Con cleared things up and it was revealed to be Dragon Ball Daima, an all-new anime series which does appear to be the final project that Akira Toriyama had worked on. There's a lot of controversy about Dragon Ball Daima, but I for one am really looking forward to this series. Anybody who knows their stuff by looking at the staff list will be aware of how many talented people are working on Daima. We have incredible character designer Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru, because Nakatsuru just knows Toriyama's style so well. And then you've got some incredible animators working on the series like Chikashi Kubota, Yuya Takahashi, Takeo Ide, Naohiro Shintani. There's just incredible amounts of talent working on Daima. So in this video I'm going to be talking about all of the latest Dragon Ball Daima information, along with character sheets, key visuals, and an all-new trailer which has given us a release date finally for Dragon Ball Daima. So this new key visual here reveals an image of Goku and the Supreme Kai as children riding on a dragon as they are heading out on an adventure. So behind them we see 3 mysterious worlds which they will be exploring, and we also get to see glimpses of some new characters that will be appearing in Daima, and one of them does appear to be someone called Glorio, who I will be talking about later in the video, and this is the individual who's piloting that ship behind Goku and the Supreme Kai. And then we have appears to be a masked Majin, and as of now a lot of things are up in the air. What will the involvement of these 2 new characters be? Why on earth are Goku and the Supreme Kai children? And what's the reason behind them exploring these different worlds? So Dragon Ball Daima, Welcome to the Great Adventure, a new world, a new Dragon Ball, original work by Akira Toriyama, and yes, you've seen that correct, is going to be releasing in October of 2024. So here are some of the new characters who will be featuring in Daima. So this does feature some of the characters who were on that key visual. So the first character there is someone called Goma, then we have the masked Majin who's on the key visual along with Glorio, and then Kid Goku, Kid Supreme Kai, Kid Vegeta, and Kid Piccolo. So on the official Dragon Ball website, this message was left for fans. So it says, "Welcome to the Great Adventure, the birth of a new world, a new Dragon Ball by Akira Toriyama." The Dragon Ball phenomenon began in 1984 when Japan's well-known manga from Akira Toriyama premiered within Weekly Shonen Jump, and it had become a top-ranked title throughout its 10.5 years of publication. Since then, the manga's popularity has continued to grow with an astonishing record of 260 million copies sold worldwide and counting. And with Dragon Ball's ever-increasing popularity, it has expanded beyond manga to include TV animation, movies, games, and merchandising. Dragon Ball's popularity kept its momentum, and in 2013 the release of its serial movies was restarted, and this of course is talking about Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Super Broly, and then Superhero. And then in 2015 the series Dragon Ball Super by Akira Toriyama had started to air. In 2022 the movie Superhero was released, earning not only the #1 spot at the Japanese box office in its first weekend, but also the #1 in the worldwide box office in its first week. So in October of 2024, to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the Dragon Ball manga, the series Dragon Ball Daima will finally begin, and it will make its mark in the history of Dragon Ball. So let's begin by looking at this trailer. So here we have Kami's lookout with the night sky looking incredible here, and there appears to be a light in the top left corner. So that's all of the Dragon Ball characters who've been transformed into miniature versions. So we have the Supreme Kai, Kibito, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo. So this ship here is coming down, and this appears to be Glorio's ship that we saw in the key visual. So you can already see how CG is going to be implemented here, and I think that it fits really well with Toriyama's style. They've used CG on the vehicles and also on Kami's lookout. So there's our first glimpse of Glorio from behind. So it appears to be a character from the Demon Realm. Okay, then these stunning, really bright visuals of something blasting through time and space, and then you've got Goku here, and this all new reddish landscape which we saw within the key visual, and then all of these different worlds here, and then the Supreme Kai. And just to add, there is no speech within this trailer, it's just literally music playing with these shots on screen. So you've got robots here working on something within Capsule Corp, and then more stunning visuals of the new landscapes of the areas that Goku and Supreme Kai will be exploring. You've got this ship that's flying through the air with the sun setting in the backdrop, and this amazing rocky terrain. This anime definitely feels like a Dragon Ball RPG. So you see these 7 lights coming together, and it does apar appear to resemble the Dragon Balls, so I do wonder wonder what's going on because these orbs are glowing in blue. I wonder if they've introduced new Dragon Balls similar to the Black Star Dragon Balls within GT, but I do doubt it. I wonder if something else is going on, like the individuals from the Demon Realm have somehow had an influence on the Dragon Balls. But moving on, original work, story and character design by Akira Toriyama. So I need to emphasize that this is in fact the final project that Toriyama worked on. He poured a lot of his final working hours into Dragon Ball Daima, so I think for that reason alone, this series is definitely worth checking out. So there's Goku there getting ready in his battle stance, and he looks absolutely incredible, really well animated. So this fall, a new Dragon Ball begins. So we've got visuals of blasting through space. Welcome to the great adventure. Goku's flying through the air with his power pole in hand. That's Glorio with a gun firing towards somebody. Somebody's eye is opened up and is glowing red. So that appears to be the masked Majin from the key visual that we saw. And there's Supreme Kai telling Goku to stay quiet. There's Goku bouncing around in his usual energetic self. There's Glorio here staring up at somebody. You've got these amazing effects here. Okay, now the Supreme Kai here holding his hand out, telling somebody to stop. He looks super serious here. Okay, Goku startled. Okay, and again, a new character here who's speaking. And then the masked Majin who's been revealed. It seems like Goku's battling against Glorio. And again, the terrain and the environment looks amazing here. Okay, then you have two mysterious individuals here looking at flashback scenes from the Majin Buu arc. So that's Supreme Kai there. This is a totally new individual who we haven't seen before. And he's definitely piqued my curiosity. I wonder who on earth this is. They're dressed up like a bulkier version of the Supreme Kai. They've got Supreme Kai's outfit, but it's a green version with red outlines and yellow buttons. So this is visuals of a bad guy called Goma who's going to be featuring in Daima. This incredible environment here. This is where the two Demon Realm individuals were watching all of the scenes from the Buu arc. That's the masked individual, Glorio there. It seems like Glorio may be a bad guy who turns into an ally of Goku or Supreme Kai. I'm just theorizing. There's Supreme Kai here. That's Goku there. I have to emphasize, these animations look incredible. So he's got the power pole in hand, ready to fight. It's so reminiscent of original Dragon Ball. And finally, we have a release date, October 2024. And here, original work, story and character design, Akira Toriyama. So this is our first official look at the character Glorio. So he does appear to be one of the demons who will be accompanying Goku and the Supreme Kai in the Demon Realm as he pilots a plane and carries a gun as a weapon. So from the trailer, we had several looks at this mysterious masked Majin. Just what is the role of this individual? How are they going to be involved in the adventure of Goku and the Supreme Kai? It's going to be interesting to see all of these newly designed characters and what role they play within the plot. So this is the first glimpses that we have into the three mysterious realms that Goku and the Supreme Kai will be traveling to. They do seem to be parts of the Demon Realm, so I wonder what kind of adventures Goku and the Supreme Kai will be going on. So we have this reddish hue background with this rocky terrain at the top, then this greenish environment in the middle, which reminds me a lot of Planet Namek, but there's a lot of small planets here. I think multiple moons in the background, and the last environment at the bottom is this purple landscape with the rocky terrain, which look like houses at the top of it on the left there. It looks very unique and unlike anything that we've seen before. So here we're seeing more looks at characters from the Demon Realm. So here we have Goma, and the next image here is an individual who looks surprisingly like the Supreme Kai. Perhaps it could be a demonic version of the Supreme Kai. So we'll have to see what kind of a role that this individual has within the story. So again, this is the miniature versions of the Dragon Ball team. So we have Supreme Kai, Kibito, Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. And honestly, they look really adorable. I know a lot of people aren't too happy with the choice of miniaturizing everybody. People think that it's reminiscent of Dragon Ball GT. But honestly, I think Dragon Ball Daima is going for an entirely different approach. I don't think it's fair to paint it with the GT brush just yet. I think that Daima is going to serve as an excellent way for the new generation to get into Dragon Ball. I've heard that you don't really need to know the backstory of all of the other series to get into this one, so it seems like the perfect gateway series to get new kids into Dragon Ball. And honestly, isn't that what we want? We want Dragon Ball to continue for the next generation. The trailer showed us several glimpses of the Supreme Kai in his miniature version, and again, the Supreme Kai hasn't really had a major role in the story since 1995 from the beginning of the Majin Buu arc, so it's really nice to see the Supreme Kai playing a big role in the story story again. And then we've got several new shots of miniature Goku here, and it has been many years since Dragon Ball Super has ended, and it's amazing to see Goku animated on screen again properly in a new anime series. It just looks so cool. So there's no more of the Super Saiyan show, it seems. And the last piece of Dragon Ball Daima information is that there is a Dragon Ball Daima exhibition at the Fuji TV headquarters building, which will be starting on the 20th of July. And yeah, well, that is absolutely everything that we have on Dragon Ball Daima. A lot of new information here to digest, a new trailer, new key visual, as well as the reveal of several new characters. I'm really going to be giving this series a chance. I'm gonna watch every episode. If you guys want me to cover the series in October of 2024, then do let me know. I, for one, am sold on the story. This idea of Kid Goku and Supreme Kai exploring through different worlds within the demon realm. There's a mixture of new characters designed by Toriyama. We know that Toriyama was very heavily involved in this series. I just really want to know what kind of a story he's come up with as his final send-off to Dragon Ball. Let me know your thoughts about Dragon Ball Daima in the comments. What do you think about this new trailer, and how do you feel about the October 2024 release? Lastly, thank you for making it to the end of this news and updates video, and I cannot wait to see you in my next Dragon Ball video. A massive thank you goes out to all of my amazing Patreon supporters for helping to make this video possible. If you also want to support the channel and see your name in the end of my videos, then check out my Patreon, which has loads of perks like early video access and so much more. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.